On this video, I'm going to talk about self-awareness and how you can become more self-aware, if you want to. I'm Lucy, an aligned peak performance strategist and speaker, and I work also with the subconscious mind. Self-awareness. How do we become more self-aware? There are two things here. One is internal and one is external. So let's start with the internal because I find it's more powerful and it's something that you can do every single day if you want to get into the habit of this. So internal introspection. When you're in a group of people and a feeling comes up and maybe you think, oh, that's an interesting feeling that's coming up there. Maybe you're judging somebody. Maybe you're thinking, I don't think that's right at all, and you're getting a little bit angry. So that is the internal introspection. And what you can do with this is to journal it. You could make a note of it on your phone if you're out and about. You can make a voice note of it on your phone. And then when you've got a chance to journal, get your journal and just have a journal that is for you, that is private, and you start to journal on those things. What was it that somebody said that made me angry? What was it that somebody did that was a trigger for me? How did they make me feel? So that internal understanding and lock the judgment doors, lock those judgment doors so that judgment doesn't come into it. You're just observing. You're an impartial observer of your own emotions, of your own thoughts, and your own reactions. Because, yes, you might actually react and not just think about something. You might lash out and do something. It might be that you get motivated to do something. And that's also really interesting to go, what was it that motivated me to do that thing that was really good and get started on my weight loss program? What was that? Was it a word? Was it a feeling? Was the person, was it somebody who said something? That person that inspired me? What was it? The more we dig into this, the more we understand ourselves, the more we can also go into the world and show up as we want to show up. So, like I said, judgment doors firmly locked, just an impartial observer. Another way to do it is the external. So, this would be getting feedback, which is a great peak performance strategy, and getting feedback from people that understand you, that you trust to give you good feedback, not fluffy feedback, not nasty feedback, but feedback that's very straightforward and focused. I remember being on a call very recently and I was asking for feedback on a sheet that I'd written out and I needed to get some feedback. And the lady said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to give it to you really straightforward, Lucy. And I said, that's fantastic. That's exactly what I want you to do. And when you can come with that kind of openness to that feedback, then you start to understand yourself better. So with that, I knew that I wasn't attached to what she said. I was interested in what she said. I was interested in being able to get the sheet that I'd written looking better, sounding better, more snappy. It wasn't going to affect me. I wasn't going to take it personally. So that was an interesting. I thought, oh, that's good. That's really good that I've showed up like that. And that's how I want to continue showing up in other situations. So maybe I can use that in other situations in my life and say, just give it to me straight, because that is the thing that's going to help me. Now, whether I take that advice or I leave that on the table is then totally up to me. But being open enough to receive it and to hear it or to see it is the thing. So those are a few ways that you can become more self-aware and to then be able to go out into the world as the person you want to be, how you want to show up, and not necessarily out into the world. It can be at home with your family, right? So how are you showing up with your family? And how are you saying you're showing up? Is it the same as you really are showing up? So there's some questions there to ask yourself as well. There'll be another video showing up on screen. I'll see you over there. Have the most awesome day. Bye for now.